Hello, this is Cuberized and welcome to my All the Mods 11 Let's Play. This is a firefly bush that I picked up from a traveling merchant. Thought it might add some decor. Alright, so in the last episode, we talked about various things with occultism in terms of the different kinds of foliates that are out there. What is after a foliate, which is you get the genie, the Ifrit, and the Merid. And then what we actually need to do to be able to get a working miner and mine shaft for occultism. Other than that, we actually did some creation of chalk, new rituals, and created our surprisingly substantial satchel. So that's where we were at the end of the last episode. Now, with between episodes, I did go through and claimed quite a few of the quests. That being said, there are a few, whoops, this is still active. There are a few things that I wanted to point out. And I didn't claim everything, so I did go ahead and dispatch the traveling merchant after I traded with him. So you get this special sword, and I just wanted to claim that while you were on. I did pop into the Nether to kill a piglin brute. These are still existing, so don't um if you see anything with a question mark, don't grab it. Because it's possible, like this is one of many that have question marks here. There are some items that you can get that aren't question marks, but if you get this random reward and it's something that hasn't been defined, you could end up with a block that's, well, an item in your inventory that's just a question mark. So bypass those. So it will look like you need to claim it. Just you can grab the experience, just don't grab the item. The other thing is the warden. I had one captured, so I went ahead and took care of that. Got this. These are the zombies. There is a zombie variant option down here, which is to kill a husk and to kill a drowned. So that will be, but it's a way to get a trident. Same thing here, the skeleton variants. There's a stray, a bogged, and a parched. Which I'm gonna go with, I think this is deserty. This is swampy, moist, if you will. That's why it's bogged. And parched, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with desert again. So there's those options. But yeah, I've gotten, just by wandering around my own base. Again, if you get something like this, just bypass it for now. Doesn't mean you can't go ahead and claim, but and this is all doable. The other thing I noticed, and let me find it. Oh, in here, there's a bit of a an issue as well. With the villagers, there's this, which doesn't generate anything. So again, don't claim that one. This is another one. If you see random reward and it looks like a die, don't do that one either. So if the item is static, So it says, oh, you get whatever, a diamond and some experience. That's easy to claim. I would go ahead and claim it. But these I would leave alone. And I did recreate this to get that. So the other one that I found that was a little bit problematic was... no, not that. I claim that. It's also with the warden. So you get, when you kill the warden, you get this reward, plus you get this reward. So it's a twofer. This is another one you don't want to claim. And, oh, no, no. It's a guidebook, but it says invalid book. So, yeah, I wouldn't just yet. I'm not sure what you would get. And then there are like this, NBT and U, and you get an enchanted book, which sounds great, except, and it is a wonderful thing to get. You get literally an enchanted book. There's no enchantments on the enchanted book. It's just an enchanted book. So just a few things to be aware of with that, and I'm just going to run in here and toss these things in here. But just some things to note, and again, if you need to, you can go ahead and reset your one. Oh, I got more lava. Okay. And here's our very special sword, which, look, I've got a space. There we go. There. So, I mean, experience is lovely and items are great, but you just may not want to grab everything. Yeah, yeah, there's still some work in progress along, and this is another one that's, you know, got that going on for it. And these are the same kind of things. So there will be some question marks through here. And yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. It'll happen. So going forward, let's talk about well, let's do mystical agriculture here. I have two things I need to do. One is I did it's been a while, and but I did make soul jars for pigs, and I had the little setup over underneath this planting area, which was great, and I put them in my machine, and then yeah, forgot about them. So, and in the process, I also, when I was trying to sort things out here a little bit, I moved the generator up, and yeah, I put the altar here. So we're going to go ahead and put this in here. We're going to get these going. This should be, and let's just double check the quest book here. These mystical agriculture. And again, all of this stuff is because of issues with you know, the special thing. The neat thing is about all of this is that you're going to get a random reward. You can get all kinds of amazing things. You can get essences, you can get other seeds. So a lot of these, again, are not claimed because we don't know what the random reward is yet. But that's okay. That's all right. So as you know, we've made a lot of the different seeds, but I haven't been able to claim all the rewards. And there are some seeds we haven't done. Some kind of some obvious ones like Nether. But yeah. This before I do this, I want to get the Soulium dagger created, and then I'll get credit for all of these seeds, including being able to make the pig ones. So I want to grab 4 of those. And yeah, it's upstairs. So a Soulium dagger. I think that's, yep, there it is right there. So we need a, yeah, that's attuned. So we need a gold sword. So that's easy enough to make. And then we need Soulium dust and Soulium ingots. I don't think I have the ingots. And I don't have those. But here we go. 1, 2. And 1, 2. And there we go. Now, what you can use this for is you can kill mobs with this, and that will allow, will help fill a jar, one of these soul jars. The other thing you can do is use the soul extractor, which is what we've been using, to get to do the same effect. And where is my, I move my machines around, so I'm kind of circling. So here's this. I need this, and then I need the seeds, but these seeds are going to be special because it's a pig rather than a mineral or ore or gem. So I need the soul. I think it's Soulium seeds. Soulium seeds, Soulium seeds, seed base. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. So in fact, this is a pig. So this is what I need to do, which is that I have these seeds, but I don't have any of these. So now I do. And we just toss that here. And there we go. That'll make itself. Yeah. I put a bookcase up here and I've put books here. Unfortunately, not all the books actually fit in the bookcase. Not because of lack of slots, but just because it isn't set up to think of itself as a book that can go into a bookcase, so a bookshelf. All right. So if they do, then I can make another one and add some to it. But yeah, here's all the ones I've gathered so far, plus the ones that are in there. All right, so we now have pig seeds. And then the other one I wanted to make takes a special container, and that is experience. So there are experience seeds, and to make the experience seeds, you just use regular prosperity seeds, not the Soulium ones that we just used, because it's experience. But you need these experience capsules. And again, we go back to, we need some of these ingots. So I need 4 of these capsules. So I'm talking about 8 glass and 8 ingots. Do I have this? Let me try to make one of these and see. Yeah, I have the glass, at least some glass. So let me make these ingots. And I have limited amounts of prosperity shards, so I'm not overdoing it on some of this stuff. Some of it if it's something I can grow with mystical agriculture, I don't mind making extra. But yeah, it's not. Okay, got it. Now with this, as you hold these and as you gain experience, these fill up. What I want to see is, because I've got the Hero's Medallion, which if you shift right click, you turn it off so it won't gather anymore. And I've got this set up. If you shift and I'm using the mouse wheel, you can set what number of levels you want to drain. And I've moved my display so it's in the bottom left, not the bottom right. So the green bars in the bottom left of the screen, I can see I have 38 levels. So I'm going to try to take 10 out at a time and see what happens when, yeah, so it is going right into the container. I'm bouncing experience levels everywhere. Let me try to, oh, oh, yes, I have to watch out. It's going to want to go in there. My guy is still here. He's great. I can just toss him random things and he does a wonderful job processing them and tossing them back. Okay, I should be fine up here. There we go. And in fact, let me put this here. Okay, I am down to less. Let's go down to 1 level. Okay, now this coin is empty. Which is not the worst thing in the world. And now I've refilled it completely just by clicking on the experience holder here. Now the experience holder is now empty and my coin is now got all of the experience in it. So, and I'm back inside again and probably, yeah, the experience holder is very efficient at sucking up the experience. So, yeah, so doing it 1 level at a time is not gonna work. Let me do more like 10. There we go. I can see progress happening. Okay, so now my experience is going up. So if I click it and turn it on, my experience will go back into the coin. Now the trick is, I don't know if it's possible for me to click the experience from the coin into there. So let me turn this off and let me... No, it doesn't seem to. Okay, yeah, so what I can do is this, is set this at a really high level. So I'm going to go up to 50 because I'm pulling out, when I hit this once, I'm only really losing a few levels because it's all based on experience extracted. It's going into my personal experience, but then this is removing it. So, and then let's go down. So all of this is now being transferred. I'm transferring from the coin to myself, and myself is, this is set to auto-collect anything that I have. And so let's pull this back down to 10. Yep, okay. So my coin has a little bit, all the experience jars are filled, and yeah, everything else is in the experience holder. So I'll turn this back up. There we go. And to make these seeds, now that I've got these things filled, if you don't have any experience or any way to store experience, and you want to get these experience capsules filled, you can just carry them around with you, and as you're doing things, whether it's mining or whether it's killing mobs, these will fill up. Um, I just happen to have a lot of experience, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bank some of my experience is for these kinds of things, so that I have it readily available when I need it. All right, so, oh, seeds. I need the seeds. I need one of these. Okay, so back here again, we're going to do this. And order in here really doesn't matter. I just make it kind of look like what it's supposed to look like. And then the seeds. And there we go. And then we will plant pig and Imperium. Not Imperium, what am I saying? Experience and pig. Imperium's the essence. Okay, so kind of wanted to get this going because there's probably going to be a need for experience, and so I wanted to be able to have that. Underneath here, I still have the growth accelerators at the very top level on the second row here, but this first one I've removed them so that I can use it for all the special stuff here. And I will put that there and that there. So there they go. This is providing adequate power to this. So that's working just swimmingly. In fact, I could probably move this up to here. Whoops, overshot. These are both starters. Let me get this switched around. There we go. There. Yeah, there it goes. It's going back up. So it'll be fine, I hope. All right, so those are the two seeds that I wanted to get going. And with that, let's go ahead and claim. So this is, we got all of this, so I will take, that's Soulium ore, we'll bypass this. And then we can claim pig, which again is just more experience. We've done cow, we've done sheep, chicken, the slime, and that actually is probably where one of the, I think the skeleton that we need, the special skeleton, is out with the slimes, and fish. So the ones we don't have is turtle and armadillo, and I've picked up armadillos so that we can. Turtles I haven't done yet. And then these, of course, are the standard, the creeper, the spider, the skeleton, and the zombie. Rabbit, I've picked up a couple of rabbits, but just like anything else, I'm going to need to put the armadillos and the bunnies in the planting area before I can do anything there. And then ghast and breeze, I haven't even seen a breeze. So those are still left to do as well. We've done all of these. We've done most of these. About half of these. Not very many of these at all. And maybe third of these. And these I've actually done, but like I've done this one. Yeah, I need to go around and claim that. And we haven't done any of the awakening stuff yet, so that'll be something to work on. but we've actually made huge progress in here. So that's good. And there are nether star seeds here. So, as well as other things. Yeah, so all's good here. Let's go back inside for a moment and let's get rid of this ore. I don't think I have any at the moment that's like this. Let's put this away. Oh, I do a little bit. Sleep. So we're going to go up to Occultism and do a couple things up there, and then we're going to go off mining. Because I want to show you how we use the Occultism divination rod. How we doing over here, guy? Yeah, pretty good. I'm going to replant your trees real quick. Alright, and this is his book, which is why I'm leaving it here. Mobs don't seem to bother him, which is good. I'm hoping that remains the case so that he does not get himself into trouble. So with occultism, let's take a look, just to show you what the book looks like, and I've lost occultism. There it is. Okay, so here, this is all done here, and this is done here. So what we're doing is breaking off. Haven't done any of this yet. This has to do with magical storage, and these are the chalks and the rituals. So we've gotten started. Need to make additional progress on that, but the branch that I'm interested in at the moment is getting to these spectral goggles and an infused pickaxe. So yeah, but before I do that, did I bring them with me? Yes, I did. So in the other episode, in the previous episode, where I was trying to get the bowl to capture the result of a ritual when it was done, I was using the wrong bowl. I was using this bowl here, and I need to be using this kind of a bowl here. So my bad. But a big shout out and thanks to Equus_edu for pointing that out to me. Really appreciate that. And so I should be able to put just a regular bowl, one of these sacrificial bowls, up here, and it should turn itself upside down, which is the other problem I was having. Come on here, that the golden bowl wasn't flipping upside down. So this is upside down, and it should catch, I'm hoping the distance is okay, but it should catch the result. So if I do wander away because it's a long-running ritual, so we don't, have to stand there and stare at it, the result should get captured and should not disappear. Now, if I'm off with the distances, and it's just too far away, then I'm going to lose it. So the next ritual I do, I will confirm that this is close enough. And yes, that would be. Yeah, we'll watch it from afar and make sure that the bowl works at the distance that it's at. The bowl will work. It's just I'm not sure about the distance. So there we go, and good use of those bowls. I'll probably end up making a lot more before we're done. So this is the divination wand, and what we want to do is we want to be able to We're going to look here. So just to catch everybody up, in Occultism, if you haven't seen all the episodes, this is the Pentacles tab. We have drawn these and these and this. And we still have some to do, obviously, and we still have to make some chalk. But I want to get into creating some things that require a special metal. And just like with the saplings, where we've got one of these otherworld oak saplings from Occultism that kind of looks like an oak sapling, but you can't see it. So if I eat one of these special things, you can see it just changed, and now it looks like an one of the saplings that my foliate's dealing with out there, one of those yellow ones, the otherworld oak. So, but I can see that because I've got this effect on called third eye, and this is the the lowest tier way to get this is by consuming dream fruit. The next tier up and better way is with an otherworld well, with whatever this is called when it's not dream essence. So you take nope, not that way. You take either the seeds or the fruit. Now, if you have a bunch of seeds, this is a great way of getting rid of them in a very productive way. Is you take a bunch of the seeds and combine them to get this. And then if you take this and throw it into the fire, you get what I've got right now, which is the otherworld essence. So it's this purified demon dream essence. So it lasts for a minute and there's no negative effects. So what I need that for is to be able to see the ore that I'm going to try to find with this. So let's actually look at what it's called. First of all, let me find it. There it is. Okay, N-I-U-M. Okay, that's it right there. So this is the ingot. I'm going to call it an Iesnium. But it drops when you break the ore. It drops this. So, and this is seen with the effect of the third eye. And I say that because it's in the Nether, and you can, and unfortunately it says this is hard to read because it's in this orangey color, but at least for me, I'll read it for you. Only visible while the status third eye is active. See Dictionary of Spirits for more information. So you need to have the third eye effect going, and in fact we can actually take this right to the Nether. So let's go to the, I don't know why, but it just is easy that it pops out that the biome indicator is here on the edge, so this is the end and that's the Nether. I just like that. I think it's very cool. Okay, so if we attune this, so if you're familiar with any of the rods, either from Occultism or Theurgy, and the same person who did Occultism did Theurgy, so they work well together, and use some of the same mechanisms. If we attune this. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you actually have to shift and right click and you get the little tone, and it's now attuned to Iesnium ore. Now, you're attuning it to netherrack, but it knows it as Iesnium, and you can see Iesnium if you're under the effect of a third eye. If you're not, it will look exactly like netherrack. So this could be, any of these could be Iesnium, and we wouldn't know it because we can't see it. Now I'm going to take a look, and the answer is no, none of them actually are. It'll show up white, so it will definitely stand out. Now the other thing is that we need a special pickaxe to be able to mine this. We can actually get, oh, this is the other nice thing about the BBL strainers. We can get this stuff from a strainer. How to get this? Let me... let's see. Yeah, we can have the crusher do it too. But I'm not seeing the... Huh. Okay, well, maybe not. Because I'm not seeing how this is happening with the strainers yet. Hopefully. There's also a way to do this through Thurgy. There are no seeds for it, so we cannot grow it through mystical agriculture. But there are bees as well, so a way possibly to do this is to get this, go through Thurgy to get the sulfur, and then use something else to generate it. So if we have something that grows through mystical agriculture, we can then leverage that to create a bunch of Iesnium sulfurs to create Iesnium by just transmuting it, if that's the correct word in Thurgy. So, but back to this. So let's actually take a moment here, and if we look at, nope. So this tells you about the divination rod, and how this works with real materials to be able to then get it attuned to other materials. So this is where it talks about netherrack will actually attune it to Iesnium ore. Although I think, do I have to have... Yeah. Here's the pickaxe. I want to say I need the pickaxe to get the ore. Yes, so I need this. So that is made... So I need the infused pickaxe, which is where I was trying to go. Which is a pickaxe that will allow us to mine the Iesnium ore once we find it. And I'm going to need to fuse pickaxe. Why am I going There we go. But it looks like we're going to need to do a ritual. So I'm going to have to go back to occultism. Magic. There we go. So I kind of jumped the gun. I needed to do this first. So to get this, we need silver, which is very big with occultism, and some sticks, and a genie book, and a spirit attuned pickaxe head, which is 3 spirit attuned gems, and the gems are just diamond in the spirit fire. So I do not believe I have any gems. I do not. So let's get 1, 2, 3. Let's toss these in. And then I'm going to need 2 silver. And 2 sticks. What else? This is going to have to be crafted this way. Okay, so I've got those pieces. Do I have a gin book? Thankfully I'd crafted it. This is, I want to say, that one. But let's just double check. Yep, it is. So what we are trying to do is do this infused pickaxe. And if I look down here, if you look at the bowl, it'll actually tell you what drawings are actually part of this pentacle, which are those 2. So let's do this. Do this thing. Those there. And again, I think I've mentioned this a number of times, but it doesn't I mean, if the item needs to go in a bowl, it's great. It can go into any of the sacrificial bowls. There isn't any particular order. And there. Now, this is going to do its thing. I'm going to back away. Yeah, we're going to see what that does. See if that bowl up on above it actually captures it. And while we wait, let me go ahead and let's see. Let me just double check. So we've got these chalks. What does the orange take? Oh, that was the cursed honey. What? And the gray takes the gray paste, which we made. The last one, we made that. Yeah, actually, let me go get that, unless I have it with me already. I do not. Checking the tree guy. Tree guy's doing well. And we can check out the seeds on the way back. Oh yeah, I want to... Yeah, this is no energy again. I read a book. Isn't that cool? If you've got this particular book because it's open, yeah, you can read it. So the gray paste, let me grab it. Got that. We'll do a quick seed check. So, experience. We have some and we have some pick. Good. It is doing exactly what we need it to do. And it's doing its final little piece so we can see it finish. And I'm going to go with the bowl is too high. But good that we checked. So let's, let me take this down. And we did get our pickaxe. It was perfect timing. Great job, guys. It was a team effort. Let me get some. Let's just move this. Yeah, this is centered over the. Yep. Let's do that. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if that works. Yep. And the next one I do for any of these, I will make sure it's closer, and we'll make sure that it's the appropriate distance for what we need it to do. And yeah, let's put this away and let's go take our pickaxe and go do something. Do we want to do, let's go enchant it. Only because, I mean, I don't need it for much, but when I do find the ore, it would be really nice to have fortune. So, do I have a fortune book? The other thing is I can try to use my I do have fortune on my mining gadget. So maybe we just try to use that. And where is my... There's my pocket generator. Does it have... Fuel is empty. That's not good. Let's do a quick fuel canister, because I know I have others. And that's not how you spell fuel. And I'm gonna guess that these are probably empty as well. Yep. Okay, put those back. So let's grab some coal. Now let's go. That'll work. Oh, this doesn't even have a fuel canister in it? Okay, give me that fuel canister back. Well, that'll take care of that problem. Oh, and again, I love these things because the nice thing is when you open up the fuel canister, it tells you everything that can go in there. So, there we go. I will take this with, just in case I need more. And there we go. Not that I will. All right, so we need to go. We don't have to worry about necessarily enchanting it, but I will show you show you what we get going on here. All right, so we're here. I have plenty of this to get us through, and let's use the rod, divination rod. Okay, and if you saw the pink thing, that's the ball of light that we need to go follow. So I'm going to try to figure out. Once you hold down, you right click and hold to attune it, and then if you right click again, it'll send out the same ping, so you can follow it. Now I want to be a little careful here, because if I burrow through this too quickly, I'm going to miss it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let me go large tunnel. And we're going to go this way. We'll worry about that later. So let's just check. Yep, still this direction. Oh, it's up. Okay. That might actually be it. So I'm going to go ahead and eat one of these. No, it is not. But it's here somewhere. I'm going to guess it's that, because that didn't break. And the other thing is that my night vision goggles might be confusing this. No. Nope, that is it. So why is it not showing? Let me just, let me do this. This, again, could be a big old glitch because of, let me go back through here. Because of me and my night vision. Okay, effect is wearing off. Good, okay, let's go back through. Just to make sure, I wanted to make sure I didn't have night vision going on, so we have no night vision. We have no nothing here. And this is what I'm talking about, where this looks exactly like everything else. So let's now try this again. And it's still not showing up. Huh. I do have fortune on, and we still have the effect on. So let's see what we got. Nothing. Oh, I have to mine it with this. Ah, yes, I have to mine it with this. Yeah, I can't mine it with the other thing. But I don't know why I can't see it. Let me at least get mending on this. Let's see. If I don't have one, one of my traders has it, I think. Has mending. Oh, and this is one of those special enchanted books that isn't an enchanted book. There's mending. Upstairs. That should be more than enough. Where did I put the enchanting book? Am I having a moment? Did I not? Oh, I know what's going on. This is why I'm hearing sounds. This is still pulling in experience, so they're feeding each other. Yeah, I didn't even take it out of the chest. Okay, so I should be able to do... There we go. It will, Yep, okay. There we go, and that is now repaired, and there we go. I'll set that back to 0, and I will turn this on, and alright. There we go, let's try this again. Okay, so, have a pickaxe, will travel. So if I do this, yeah, that was definitely it. Alright, let's try this again. I'm attuning it to a new spot. And, hello. There it is, okay. So let's, find it. That might be it right there. Yep, okay. That's it right there. Not seeing it. But that was it. Not sure why I'm not seeing the thing, but that is actually, yeah, that was definitely it. So, if you're doing large removals of netherrack, You just have to not exactly aim. Here, let's do this again. So let's go this way. So it's over here somewhere. So as long as so this could have been it, but as long as I'm not aiming right at that block. Yeah, so you just kind of have to get close to the block, but don't hit what you think might be the block, based on where it's going. Because if it is Iesnium, it won't remove it. So if I'm taking out this whole swath of things, and there was a block of Iesnium in here, as long as it wasn't the one that okay, let me do it this way. This one block right here, if I target that when I've got large tunnel on, as long as this is not the Iesnium block, everything will be removed that's truly netherrack. That's why when you cut through, like here, why it leaves this, because it's not netherrack. It's something else, and why it goes around ores. So, what we're trying to do is to go around it. And, yeah, it's down here somewhere. Okay, that was a little scary. So, like I said, it kind of goes around things. This is the Iesnium. Even though it isn't showing up, let me not hover over the lava. This has got to be it. Because, and I will confirm that by doing this. Yep, pointing right to it. And I can do this. Yes. That's it. So, I can't mine it. So we're going to have the effect on, and I'm going to use the special pickaxe. And there it is. So I did see it, and that's it. So there we go. So that's what I'm going to do in the Nether to try to get more of this. And then when I have sufficient amount, and I'm not sure what that magic number is yet, but I will go back. I need to make... There's actually an Iesnium. Well, let's actually take a look at some of the things here in the dictionary that we're going to want to make. And just... I'm staying away from where the hole is and drop into the lava. But some things that we're going to want to make are from here. So we've made the infused pickaxe. What we're going to want to make is, there is a pickaxe from Occultism that's made with Iesnium. So let's take a look at Occultism here. And there's a pick. So there's several. So this is the Iesnium one. It's kind of got this blue sheen to it. And that is made with 3 ingots. And right now, my foliate crusher is my only crusher. So I probably need to think about gathering up some ore and then creating a better crusher to be able to maximize how many dusts I'm going to get from this. Or there's going to be more mining involved, which is not the worst thing. The other thing we're going to want is the goggles. And the reason for this is so we can see the Iesnium and not have to keep... to be able to mine and see it without having to eat the fruit all the time to see it. So that takes lens frames, which is silver, which we know is very big in occultism. And it's going to take, oh, actually, this doesn't take an Iesnium. Okay, well, that makes that easier. But then when we want to do the dimensional mine shaft, which we do want to do so we can get our miner going, there's a block of Iesnium that's required. So, and we talked about that in a previous episode with what it's going to take to get the dimensional mine shaft. So most of this stuff is trivial. This is the piece that's important. That's what we're trying to do now, is getting enough resources to be able to make a block. The other thing is the actual miner is they're stacked on each other. So you need the previous miner, but here you're going to need the Iesnium pickaxe with a foliate miner to get the genie miner. And for this one is the foliate miner. Thankfully, it uses, you know, again, lots of silver and a spirit attuned gem to get the empty magic lamp. But again, you need an Iesnium pickaxe to get the first miner. And then again, it builds on to each other. So that's why I'm going to hang out in the Nether and look for ore and mine it so that we can have enough resources to be able to do this stuff in the next episode. And then we'll also make our gray paste and other things. So, but yep, those are the two things I need. And three things. There we go. So that is our plan going forward. And our seeds should be doing what they need to be doing, and our foliate lumberjack has the trees under control. So we are making great progress in occultism. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, please put them down below. I do read everything, and I appreciate any suggestions that you have, especially if I'm struggling with a particular aspect of one of the mods. And again, a shout out to equus_edu for the tip on the bowls. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe so you can get alerted to new content as I make it available. And as always, if you have enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate a like. It helps me out and helps out the channel. So thank you very much. Have a good one. Cuberized signing off.